Next up we have Birds and Blend Tea Company with Mike Turner.
My name's Mike, I'm from Bird and Blend Tea, as you just heard. We create different blends of tea and we retail those through our own stores and online, but I'll talk about that very briefly now, hopefully next. So I thought I'd start with requirements. When I thought what this was, it sort of seems like Dragon's Den, but for shops, so it seemed a good place to start. So we're looking for 300 to 1,500 square foot properties. We can go a little bit outside of pretty much all of these, depending on the right one. Ideally high street, prime, independent locations. Our first store was in North Lane on Gardner Street in Brighton, for anyone who knows that, and it's still our best performing store. It's basically perfect for us. So if we can find Gardner Streets up and down the country, I don't want to say I'll pay you the big bucks, but I'll definitely pay medium bucks for them. We've got a list of places we're looking for there. At the moment, we've got stores in some other locations that I'll let you know in a future slide. But essentially, we're looking for the big retail destinations that we're not yet in, and have our eyes open to anything that people want to suggest. But main ones I'm actively hunting in at the moment: Bath, Birmingham, Cambridge, Canterbury, Edinburgh, Leeds, Liverpool, London, Sheffield, York. We're near quite a lot of these other guys, particularly these opticians, which are popping up everywhere at the moment. So those are the types of places which work really well for us. And as you can see at the bottom, ideally looking for permanent stores. All of our stores at the moment are on permanent leases, but we will consider pop-ups. And likewise, at the moment we don't have any concessions, but it's one of the areas that we're looking at. My email address is down the bottom, so anything which anybody here has, feel free to send through to me, and I think that's on the end as well. In terms of what we do, I'm hoping when I press this button again, it's going to be a video. It's not. We create different blends. We do those in an exciting way. We turn those into takeaway drinks. Although we're a dry product, the way I tend to describe it to people is like Lush. We take a commodity product, make it exciting, multicoloured, wrap it up in customer service, depending on your way of looking at it, maybe annoying levels of customer service and sparkly, and that tends to work as a business. We're 50-50 split between online and in-store. So we try and create stores in destinations where we can acquire customers, wrap them up in the magic on their kind of day out, and then push them to keep buying from us online. To give an idea of size of a business, we'll do 8 million over the last 12 months. We'll do about 10 million in the year that we're currently in. Founder-led with a fairly experienced team, as I said, split between online and in-store. And I think that's really key because the stores really are our marketing opportunity. Whilst they do have to be commercial drivers as well, they're just important for us as a marketing opportunity. And I think that factors into the deals that we're doing and where we want to be. All of the rest is, I guess, just giving back up to your clients and landlords that we are a profitable business. We are quite well backed. We're relatively stable. We've been going for 10 years and kind of long enough that we're a little bit lower risk. That one just shows our last 10 years, and as we've opened up stores around the country and the kind of revenue growth and that sort of thing alongside it. I said that I'd come on to where we are, so we're in London. Our closest store to here is just off Borough Market on Park Street, and I think I have some free drinks vouchers in my bag, so I don't have many, but if people want to go and see what we're all about, that's the best bet. Go across the bridge and go and visit that. In London, we're also on Camden Passage in Angel, and we're on Portobello Road, like Holy Carrot earlier. So outside of there, I mentioned we're based in Brighton. We've got a couple of stores down there, our head office and warehouse in Worthing. Then Exeter, Cardiff, Bristol, Manchester, Nottingham, Glasgow, Oxford. I think that's all of them. I missed one. Norwich. Weirdly, I can normally do it, but when it's in front of me, it seems to make it harder. Over the next 12 months, we're looking to open four or five new stores, as well as resite 3 of them. Perhaps should have said that at the start. In terms of our community, again, something which we can bring to landlords is we have been going for a fair while. We have built a very active community. Earlier on, when I mentioned funding, we've been funded by our community, so they are that passionate, which means that we can get up to maturity with our stores relatively quickly. An idea of what our stores look like, some of our storefronts. I won't describe them. I think that this one down the bottom left, this is Portobello Road, and I think we'll get the same artist who's done Brighton and Bristol, who's a great street artist over in Bristol, to do that one, to bring a bit more colour to that street soon. And internally, you can see that I mentioned it being about theatre and about magic. We're based around this tea wall. It's meant to kind of give the idea of an old sweet shop. People come in, it's very experiential. We'll talk you through the different blends. But then, as you can see, we do the takeaway drinks at the back. It is takeaway. A couple of our stores have a couple of seats to sit in, but we don't do food or anything like that. It is within the use class of general retail. Dry product is 80% of our business. I feel like everyone just puts those in slide decks. They're meaningless. We've all been in all of them. As with some of the other brands, I did a funding round recently and said the same thing, where like everyone just puts this in, so I thought I better had. Customer service, I mentioned when I compared to Lush, we're all about customer service, so there's a snapshot of some of our customer reviews. And that's the end. So it's got my contact details on there. I think that we're a good offering for landlords. We like to work in partnership with landlords. We have a great group of them. One of the things I'm really proud of from this perspective is even over the pandemic, we never paid rent late or anything like that, and can bring customers to your sites. So thank you very much, and I'll speak to you soon.
So that brings this afternoon's session to a close. I'd just like to thank you all very much for listening, and to thank you, the brands, for presenting some brilliant new ideas and concepts to bring to our high street soon. Thank you, everyone.